All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're gonna be talking about what HD truck would I buy right now. If I was buying an HD truck, what would it be? And we look at here, what do we got right here? Well, actually these are two standard 1500s. These are two of the same exact trucks. We got a 1500 right here, got another 1500 right here. This one just lifted, but it goes to show you what can be done with these trucks, but they are basically the same exact truck, just lifted up on this particular one. This one here I think is a e-torque 1500, but this one here is the straight 6 turbo, and this one says 2025, but you can see they got the lift on this, they got the whole details. That's just showing you the difference in what you can do with the same truck. Okay, this is the same exact truck as far as you know what they are. So pretty interesting when you look at that basic perspective. 1500, but we are talking about 2500, say HD trucks. What would I get in that category of an HD truck? Mega cab, fantastic, but no, not quite my thing. The Cummins diesel, I already been there, done that, absolutely loved it. In my 2500 that we had was an amazing truck, but it's not what I would buy today with that diesel. What I would get is right here. Now I would do it a little differently, but what do we have right here? Okay, what is this? Here's the difference. Here's a Ram Rebel. It's a 1500 Ram Rebel. Here's a 2500 Power Wagon, true Power Wagon. Okay, here's a standard 1500. And you can see the difference between a standard 1500 and a 1500 Rebel. A little bit of a lift, a little more aggressiveness to it, a little more punch, and a 2500. But when you look at it realistically between these two, you can see there's some difference in height, obviously. Okay, it's a much taller truck, but realistically, width-wise, they're not a whole heck of a lot different. In the world of 2500s, the Ram is pretty small. In the world of compared to things like, if you compare this 2500 to like a Chevy, when you look at the size of the Chevy, or the GMCs, this AT4X, when you start looking at these kind of things, you're talking much, look at the difference, here you go. Okay, here's a Ram 2500 versus a Chevy 2500. Look at the size difference there. This truck is a beast. It's huge. It's massive in every kind of way. Look at the difference in that size-wise. Okay, absolutely huge. Understand that. This is almost too big, and it misses something that I gain over there. Okay, this is a great truck, but it's too big and missing out. And look at the hood shape there versus the hood shape here. Look at how hard it is to see over that hood versus this hood. Sloped down, simpler. You see the differences in there. There's a lot of beauty to be said for a Ram HD truck. Now also, while we're at it, might as well just mention this while we're here. Might be a little hard because it is dark, but we'll try it. But under here, okay, independent front suspension on this GMC. On a Ram, solid front axles. Look at that, solid front axle, just like a Jeep, like an F-250. Solid front axle, okay? This thing is a beast. This Ram is an absolute beast. This is a great truck too, but that one wins for me hands down. Now, what does this offer here in this Power Wagon package, this Power Wagon truck? What do we get here that we don't get in any other HD truck made today in the country? What does this offer us? Front locker, okay? We get a rear locker here and a front locker. Rebel gets a rear locker. That AT4 gets a rear locker. None of them get a front locker. This one gets a front locker. It also has the solid front axle, as you see right there. Solid front axle. Also has the radius arms that are specific for their high clearance radius arms for the Power Wagon package to give you all that extra clearance. And you get right here an actually factory 12,000 pound Warren winch, hookups for it right here. Sweet, simple, and easy. You get the whole deal all as part of this package on the Power Wagon package. Okay, this package is an absolute beast. This truck is an absolute beast. It is the #1 choice for me in an HD truck. It's even #1 for me over a full-size truck like this Rebel. Now, had this Rebel come with front lockers, it might actually win that title for me because of the little bit smaller size, yet still good size, but because of the front locker, the V8 in this thing, this one here wins tremendously for me. This truck is a beast, yet it's capable. Now, what would I do with it? First of all, I would not buy this exact one. The reason for it is this is a very plush, fancy, nice, beautiful package. Okay, this is the true Power Wagon. This is the Ram. Sorry, I know it's nighttime. You're probably not going to see this very well, but it is 70, where's my number? Right there, it is $78,000, $79,000 for this package, but it is a true, actual leather seats, perfect, brilliant interior, gorgeous Power Wagon truck. Look at the screen on that thing. This is a beast, and this has got all the bells and whistles. Everything you could think of is part of this truck. It is absolutely gorgeous on every kind of level. However, there is another option. Okay, we can get to the Power Wagon package on a Ram 2500 Tradesman, where we give up some of those little features and creature comforts and a little smaller screen, and we scale down a little bit of that stuff. But as far as the off-road capability, the rear front disconnectable sway bar, the high clearance radius arms, everything that this is off-road wise carries over to that Ram Tradesman Power Wagon package, and it's something that I could get. Here we're at $79,000 before discounts, but on that version, that Tradesman version, we are talking about the fact that I can get it for like $52,000. That makes it a steal. 52 grand is what we get for it. We get the same wheels, we get the same everything, $52,000. Would I get the LED headlights? No, but I can put LED bulbs in it for like 60 bucks and I actually like them better. Still get the winch, still get the steel bumpers, still get everything about this truck. And we would be changing out the tires anyway. The 33s on this thing are a joke, and I understand why they do it, and they have to, but I would not run this with 33s. This would be getting 37s on it. That most likely means I'd have to put a different wheel on it too, but I'm, for the money savings, getting the Tradesman version of this and putting 37s on it and a different wheel to make that work. Even if I had to put a small little lift, I don't know if I would. I could probably make it work and just have to do just a little bit of trimming here to probably pull it off. I'd have to look at that, but I know people do it. But I would put this on 37s. This truck on 37s would be pretty unstoppable. And in my world, with that being on a V8 setup, okay, with a V8 in there, having a lighter weight of this, the smaller size of this truck compared to what we saw with what HDs are going to today, this is an absolute brilliant package. Look at this though. I mean, we're not talking about a little truck. I mean, I know I'm only 5'6", but I mean, look at the sheer size of this truck. Okay, this thing is an absolute beast. It'd be a pain in the butt to wash one. Like I said, I owned a Ram 2500 Cummins diesel sitting on 35s. I had one in 2019. Was an amazing truck. Okay, it was my wife's truck. We used it for hauling our camper. That's how I ended up in Georgia, was because of coming down to camp here so much. We loved it. But that truck would be my go-to #1 option for a off-road, for what I needed to do, would be this Power Wagon. But again, look at here. Look at, I can't even see into the bed of this truck. And then on top of that, this is on 33s. We would be putting this on 37s, which would make that much higher already. I mean, it would be almost as tall as I am. It would be not lifted or not put 37s on it for the fact that I want it to look cool, but because I get the clearance to be able to use it off-road. Down here in the swamps, off-road is very important to be able to use that. In a Power Wagon truck with the front and rear lockers, disconnectable sway bar, putting that on 37s gives me that clearance so that she'll get through everything you want it to. So this really is the ultimate HD off-road truck, is this one right here. It just doesn't get any better than this. And you see Tag right there, Jimmy Britt. Like I said, these guys up here are phenomenal. If you're looking for this one, they got it sitting up here right now, the full Power Wagon version. But like I said, the Tradesman one has less bells and whistles, less fancy stuff, but it also gives you all of the off-road package. That would be the one I would go with. Now, my next up option, my backup plan that I would do if it wasn't this, would be an F250 in a Tremor, and making sure that I got the front torsion axles. And I know that's getting harder and harder to do, and Ford plays a lot of games with those now. That would be my only other HD one because of the front torsion front end in there. Okay, you don't get any other kind of LSD or locker in any other HD truck, and it's vital to me, especially in a truck like this where all that weight is on the front end. I need those front wheels to be able to work for me and do what I need them to. That's the power of this, is in the front end. And it's a shame that Chevy and GMC and even Ford don't give us true lockers in these like they're supposed to, and make that stuff a reality. This truck is the only HD truck today that can do what this can do because of those front lockers. The F250 coming in close second to Tremor if you can get it with the torsion front limited slip on there. Kind of this is what it is, it's a limited slip differential in the front. But this one, for the price and a Tradesman, wins for me hands down as my ultimate HD truck pick. And like I said, $52,000 for a Tradesman with a Power Wagon package, have it set up like that, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Be my number one choice. Any questions, put them down below. Comments, what would your HD truck today be? Let me know. I'm curious what you're thinking. Thanks for watching.